Hello and welcome to the session today. I am Janvi here and I'm going to teach you something really fun. Let's experiment together. So today we are doing something called as quilling. Now quilling means basically you turn it around, you twist it, you make spirals. So there are multiple things that you can do with quilling. So we are going to do something really basic, which is we are going to be making a nice looking like a magnet, fridge magnet. We can convert it into a coaster, we can convert it into a pin that you can wear, or you can put it on your bag, so something like that. So let's go for it. All right, so I'm going to show you top angle view of my screen, and we'll see what all materials we are using. We are using very basic materials today, which is just quilling paper and some fevicol or any type of glue. And if you don't have quilling paper, that's absolutely fine. You just take a few colored sheets and then you have to cut it into strips which are equal, like it has to be equal distance. So let me just show you. So here these are some of our quilling papers with us. Okay, you can use any different multiple colors, and this is my glue. That's it for today. We are just going to do we are going to use only these two items to make something really creative. So here I'm going to start with green color because I'm planning to make some leaves today. So let me just take the papers out. Now what I can do, if you have quilling papers and if you want to use like multiple shades, you can go for it. Today I may use a little bit of green with some color as well, because sometimes see in leaves you find various varieties, right? So I'm just going to use maybe yellow and green today, and let's try some variations as well. So here we go. Okay, so my center of the leaf, I'm going to keep yellow. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to take one of my papers out. Okay, I'm going to fold it into half. Okay, so here I have a little bit of textured paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little bit of texture on it. I'm just going to fold it into half. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the green paper now. Now make sure that if you're making the quilling papers at home, that all of these different colors that you make have to be the same thickness. Okay, the thickness has to be the same. So one can't be big and one can't be smaller than that. So we'll make sure that the thickness will remain the same. So I'm just keeping all the papers to the side. Now again, I'm going to do like a half fold. Okay, and I'm just going to turn this again into half. So now what I'm going to do this is I'm just going to layer one on top of the other. So just like this here. Okay, so we have two papers and I'm going to take one more paper. Okay, and I'm just going to put that. So maybe just another yellow, but now I'm going to take only half of it. I'm just using half of the paper. So I'm just getting a yellow out, and I'll probably only use half of it for my center. So it could be the stem, it could be the center of the leaf. So that's going to be my stem. So I'm just going to quickly make it into half again. Okay, and I'm just going to cut it. So something like that. Okay, and I'm just going to glue a little bit to the center. Okay, so I have the two papers already with me. So here again, I took full size sheets. Okay, so this is a sheet made out of A4 size, A3 size paper. So this is chopped A3 size papers. So you can chop A3 size papers to make quilling papers at home as well. And if you want to use smaller ones, that's also fine, but it's just that your leaf will turn out to be a little smaller than what we'd want. So now I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue in the center, and I'm putting the half that we took. Okay, the half that we took. Okay, let's keep the green outside. Here, let's keep the green outside, just like that. Now I'm using double, like I'm using the yellow and the green. Maybe you can make just the green. You can probably use green and maybe like a red. But if you don't want to use any green, that's also absolutely fine. You can completely use some other color altogether, because leaves can be in any color, right? So now what I'm going to do is, now see, I have 5 papers with me. So two on each side, and one in the center. Okay, now the trick is very simple. What I'm going to do is, I am going to fold, okay, maybe the first side. So the top side, I'm just going to fold it down just like that. Again, I'm going to just make sure that it's going to be the exact same, level or exact same height. So I'm just going to hold it like this. Make sure it equals the other side that you just did, and press it a little. So here, if you can see, so first we stuck it in the center. Okay, now I'm folding it a little downwards. Okay, now the next thing is, we have to again take it coming down. Okay, so now before I make it come down, make sure that you make it a little shorter. So the next leaf, okay, so now it's stuck in the center like this. Now the right side, okay, my right side, I'm just making it shorter, slightly shorter, and going back down. Same thing, I will make sure that I maintain the height. So I have to keep equal distance on both of the sides. Just taking it down a little again. Okay, so we have something like this now. If I can just get it closer, you will be able to see. Yeah, so now we have to put a little bit of glue on each of the sides, so that they stick to the side, to the center that we have. So to the center, again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, just a little, on both the sides. Make sure it's equal on both the sides, and I'm just going to stick it. Okay, now coming back, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take my right side again, okay, both of them, and I'm going to leave a little bit of distance and go up again. A little bit of distance, stuck it there, and going up again. So we are going to repeat the same process that we did for the first leaf. Just go up again. Okay, so get it downwards, both of the sides. Now make sure that when you're twisting the second leaf, now see, first was the longest, then second we have both equal. Okay, so here first was the longest one, now the second we have equal. Now again I have to go back down, right? So I have to leave similar distance, just like this. Just make sure it's shorter than your second leaf. Okay, so here like this, I'm just going to keep it here shorter than the second leaf, and I'm going to press it to the center one. Okay, here we have it. And same thing now, maintain the size, maintain the height on both the sides, just like that. And I'm going to press this, and it's going to come down. So it's going to look like this. Okay, slightly closer. So here you can see we are creating like a palm leaf of sorts. Okay, now again I'm doing the same technique, where I'm putting a little bit of Fevicol or any glue that you have. Make sure it's equal on both the sides. You can leave a little bit of distance. Okay, and here I'm going to stick it, hold it like this. So if I had ended it right here, it would have just looked like this. Okay, but now we are making slightly bigger one. So here, if you can see, let's try zooming in a little more. So like this, right? Now let's move ahead and let's see what we can add. Again, just gonna take it upwards, a little shorter than the previous one, and come back down. Same thing on the other side. We just have to maintain the size on both the sides. Make sure they are equal. That's the trick. Okay, there we go. And let's take it down again. And we can stick it again. So let's put some glue on both the sides. And I'm just going to stick it in the center. So the center one is the stick, okay, the stem rather. That's where it's going to hold all our leaves. So here, okay, now we will repeat the same process and make it just like that. Now you have to do this same procedure till you come towards the end of the leaf. Okay, let's go back and create the same thing. Going up, leave some distance, come back down. So see, it has to look like a staircase, or like, you know, just a few distances, similar distance. It doesn't have to be exactly equal, but a similar distance is good. Same thing on the other side. Just go and come back down. Okay, maybe I have a space just to do one more of the leaf. So let me just stick this first and then we can move ahead. Okay, then let's move on to the last leaf again. And whatever is remaining now, I'm just gonna stick it off. Okay, here coming back for the last leaf. Just maintain the height, the size, same size on both the sides. And let's glue it off. Now make sure that you glue both the, you know, all of these sticks together. So here we have some leaves which are equal distance. Okay, I'm just going to cut it towards the edge, the excess part off. So this is what it looks like. Okay, now this is a very basic one. This is just the basic one. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add a little more to this. So now when you're creating a nice, maybe like a scenery, you can create multiple different things with quilling, right? So when you're creating a scenery, you can make such leaves, and maybe you can make a tree, you can make, you know, a lot of mountains, maybe put some trees over there, or maybe just like a field. So, you know, you can use this technique to create the plants. Now, similarly, now we are just going to create something a little different from this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the edge off a little. And I'm going to add another layer of paper around it. So I've just cut it exactly towards till the end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sticking a paper that goes, or a green color that will go around this. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of green again. Let me put some glue on it. You can even use glue stick. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this, on my quilling paper, and I'm going to start from the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to start sticking each of the sides, okay, all the way to the top, just like this, and going to come back down on the other side. just like that. So here I've created a different type of a leaf now. Okay, if you can see, I'll just show you a close-up in just a bit. Once I'm done with the sticking, I can show you a close-up. So here I'm just putting the entire, wrapping it around so that it becomes nice and sturdy for me to make a bigger leaf later on. So there you have it. So if you can see closer now, just created a nice big leaf. Okay, so here I'm just going to put it all around it. So now like this, we can make 2 or 3 more to create a nice pattern or a nice big leaf, like a bigger leaf, maybe a leaf which has 3 or maybe 4 or even 5 leaves like this we can create. So let's get started. For those who have joined in a little late, we can see how to do it again. So now I'll be showing again. So like this, similarly, I'll make 1 more. So I have half of the yellow remaining from the previous one. Okay, let me just quickly show you a close-up of how it looks. So here you go. Okay, this is our first leaf. Now let's go ahead and make some more like this. So again, I'm taking 1 yellow and 1 green, a full strip. Okay, 1 half of a yellow, a full green, and a full yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to again divide this into half, or just folding it into half, the green side being outside. Here, just gonna press it towards the end. Okay, now again I'm going to glue the yellow in the center, the half of a yellow in the center, just like this. Okay, and I'm just going to pinch it down so that it sticks in place. Now again, very similarly, we are just going to repeat the techniques that we just learned. For whoever has joined just now, what we're going to do again is, see, now we have 1 in the center, which is the stem, and 2 equal on each of the sides. So 1 yellow and 1 green on the left hand side, and 1 yellow and 1 green on the right hand side. Okay, again, let me just show you. I'm just getting it down. Okay, at whatever distance that you like. So here you can also take maybe 1.5 inch or 1 inch or 1.5 centimeter. Okay, coming down and then going back up. So now you can turn it around. Okay, now the stem stays in the center. Again, the other side of the leaf, again going up, coming back down, just like this. I'm going to press it down a little. Okay, now again I will leave a little bit of distance on the top side. Okay, and then take it back down. Same thing on the other side. Let's go. Let's make it equal on both the sides. Now see, again we've created that little bit of a leaf pattern already. So now just like this, see, if you can see, we created the first few folds. Okay, here, and now we'll just glue it towards the edges. Okay, just at the edge you can glue it. Make sure you glue only the stem. Okay, only to the stem. Okay, coming back again, I'll be going up again from here and coming down. Now equal on both the sides. Make sure it goes up and comes down on equal on both the sides. See, on both the sides I have to keep equal distance. Okay, let's add some glue again before we move ahead. Let's do the same thing again, going up, going back down. Make sure you don't pull the center, the stem part too much, because then you won't be able to work very well with the rest of the leaves. So we need make sure that you work a little slowly so that you have the center intact. Now same distance again, going up, coming back down. Okay, now same thing on the other side, going up. Make sure to keep the equal distance, coming back down, and there we go. Let's put some Fevicol. I hope everybody is enjoying these sessions, and do leave a comment on what you guys would like to see next, so that we can get in a lot of different type of workshops for you all to see, for you all to enjoy, for you all to try. In the upcoming weeks, we are going to do something really fun. So do check us out. You can check our website. We have some amazing books. You can go through them, because we'll be teaching something really fun from our books very soon. We'll be dropping the link to buy the book soon, and please go check them out. So there, maybe like one more. Yeah. So we have the last one. Now same way, similarly on the other side, equal distance, getting it down. Now I'm gonna just stick it to the end, and stick it to the end on both the strips. So the green and the yellow. Putting some glue and just sticking it. Okay, so this is what we had created earlier again. Okay, so here you can see, and you can see what we've created out of this. Right, so now again, let's go back and make a similar leaf again, like before. Just taking the green again. Here I'm adding some glue to my strip. Again, starting from the bottom, going upwards. So here I'm just putting it at the bottom, taking it up just like that. Okay, even if it doesn't stick to all the edges, and if you want to make a slightly bigger size leaf, you can just pull these the smaller leaves outwards, and then you can start sticking just like that. Let's go again and stick the entire thing properly. Make sure that you stick it properly to get the leaf, the shape of the leaf. So just like this, let's go here and finish. Okay, so now our second leaf is also ready. Okay, now it's up to you, you know, if you want to keep the leaf a little pressed, if you want to keep it a little wide, it's all up to you how you want your leaf to look like, or you know what, it depends on what you're making rather. Okay, so here I can stick these two together just like that. So let's make another one. Now what we'll do is, when we make this one, let's keep the center part intact. Okay, the center, the stem intact. Let's go to the last one that we are making before we convert it into a magnet, or you can convert it into a bookmark also. Like if you just want to make a nice big bookmark, you can add a few more just like this, going up, you know, just stuck to each other, 1 2 3 and 4. It's going to look like a nice long sleek bookmark. Okay, these can be used as fridge magnets also. So here you can just attach, put some glue and attach a magnet, and then these can go on your fridge as well, and they look very, very nice. Okay, so here we have two. Now let's go ahead and make the last one, the third one. Let's see how. We'll be using the same technique. Dividing it into half. Adding half of a yellow in the center. So there we have it. Okay, just putting some glue, and then now maybe to make it sturdier, I'm just going to use an entire strip of yellow for the center now. Just don't get confused when you're making the stem. What you can also do is you can stick the stem to make it thicker, because now what we'll be doing is we'll be sticking the other two leaves that we've made on this one itself. Okay, so now we have a thicker stem in the center, and then again 2 and 2 at the side. Now let's use the same technique again, where you take it half on one side, okay, the other two take it down equal distance, and then just leave a little bit of space and get it back down. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Just get it back down, same height. Make sure you add some glue before you move ahead to the next step. A little bit of glue again on the other side. Press it there for a bit so that it sticks really well, and let's go for the next round again. Okay, same, going upwards and coming down again. Leave a little bit of distance, get it down. Similarly on the other side. Okay, let's add some glue. Let's move ahead. Again, equal distance, come back down. Same thing on the other side, equal distance. Make sure you keep the distance same on both the sides. Get it down again. Let's go back and stick these. And now let's go for the final one. Let's just get it down and stick it here. When you're sticking the final one, make sure you use enough glue. Okay, and here again, equal distance. Again, enough glue on both the sides. Okay, so now I have the stem in the center. Now what I have to do is, now I have to create this ring around these leaves as well. But to make sure that, the stem is intact over here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take another green now, the final one. Okay. Let's go for the green. Make sure you use enough glue, but sometimes very little glue, it can go a long way, because otherwise it gets really messy. So here I'm just going to stick this around once. Okay, coming back down just like that. You just open the leaves up before you start sticking. Okay, coming back down, stuck it there. Okay, now what you could do is, now you can add glue. Again, you can go back and forth now, because since we have the stem in the center, we won't be able to go round and round. We'll just have to go back and forth, which means here I'm just adding a little bit of glue on the center itself. So just like this, I'll be going back and forth. So I'll just stick it like this, coming back down, and then just from here, the other side, again I'll be going back on top like this. Okay, so I think I'm happy with how it has turned out. Okay, here, I'll just end this here. Now we have this long stick, right, or the stem in the center. What we're going to do is, we are going to stick the other two leaves that we had made to the side and to the side. So let's get to that. Let's get sticking. So just, I'm going to add a little bit of glue on one side. Okay, see whichever is your best side that you want to put down, just like this. Okay, one side, and let's put enough glue on the other side as well, in here like this. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that it sticks very well. So sometimes it may take a little bit of time for it to stick in place very nicely. Okay, but here you go. So this is what it looks like finally. Now let's quickly cut the stem to whatever length you would like it to be. Okay, I'm making the length a little shorter, just like this. So here I have my So you can use this as a fridge magnet or anything rather. Like I would love for it to be just like even a badge or a pin. Okay, so here you can add anything over here at the back. It can also like go as a decorative item on a notebook or on projects. Okay, it goes really well. So or even on some what you if you have made some gift wrap and you don't have anything specific to put, so you can probably make something very personal and add something like this on a gift wrapping paper also, on a gift wrap also, because now since it's Diwali and it's going to be a lot of gifting. So you can probably make something like that and stick it on a gift, and it's going to look really amazing and really it's gonna add a personal touch basically. So yeah, that's the workshop for today, guys. And so here, see, if I had made a pin like that, I would have worn it. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed this session and looking forward to seeing you all in our future sessions. And thank you for joining today. See you all tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Bye bye.